Yes, 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 yes. All right, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited about this interview. Been waiting for this for a good little minute, but welcome to Alpha Male Sports. As you can see, I got my golf attire on. Let me go ahead and turn this music down just a tad. But I got my golf attire on. If you can see my gloves, you see my hat, you see my glasses. I don't have the polo on, but I'm pretty excited because I know for a fact we have somebody on the show that's gonna be in. I mean, it's gonna really open up everybody's viewpoint on golf. So lately, I've been getting into golf. Been really getting into golf lately. I mean, you trust me, guys. I've been going hard. You dig what I'm saying? And so, with that being said, I'm pretty excited about just what's going on today. We got Deron Owens. He is a part of, and as you can see it right here on the bottom, right there. Yes, Deron Owens. He will be on. He is a part of Next Level Golf Academy. He's going to be talking to us about his instruction of golf and things of that such. But real quick, before we get any further, I do want to show you guys just a small clip of what Mr. Owens has been doing on and just what's been going on. What? Take a look.
Hey, what's going on? Deron Owens, your next level golf instructor. Out today with this young man working on the short game. Let me tell you something. If you want to take your game to the next level, it's not done by being out there. It's done by being right here. This is where you take your game to the next level. Now execute 730. Perfect, sir. Watch what happens with that ball. Watch what happens with that ball. Watch what happens with that ball. Get in the hole. Absolutely perfect. Nice. That might go in. That might go in. That might go in. That might go in. Oh! Oh! I told you. Flag right in front of you. See the flag right in front of you? Let's go. Let's do it again. I told you every time we do this, every time I do this drill, someone makes it. Good. Keep it going.
Now, I want to point out that while I was on the golf course, and you are listening to Alpha Male Sports, I was on the golf course with the Stews a couple weekends ago for the Stews weekend. I was on the golf course, and no lie, Mr. Owens was definitely right there, kind of giving me some pointers. Say, hey, make sure you keep that back foot straight. Make sure that you know what I mean. Make sure the golf club is facing right next to you. So I'm really excited. Without further ado, I want to bring on my man, Mr. Owens, Deron Owens, on with Alpha Male Sports. I'm really excited. And hey, welcome to the show. Pretty happy that you're
What's
here.
up?
How's it going, man? How's everything?
Good, man. Good. Glad to be on. Excited about sharing anything associated with golf,
Right, right,
man. So
right.
glad to be
So give us just a little bit of background as far as
here.
your maturation and your introduction to what golf is, or just because from what I saw, my vision, I mean, you got it down pat. You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking.
Yeah.
He's on the green in 2 hits. You know what I'm saying? So, what was it? What is your introduction to golf? Give us some of that insight.
Yeah. Well, just like many of us, we get exposed to this game a lot of times through work, through some form of network. This game has not always been, friendly to us.
Mhm.
When I was younger, I was literally told, hey, don't go around that golf course.
Mm.
And so as I got older and started to get connected with a few people playing this game, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it, and I realized that I could be really good at this game. And so we're all good at football, baseball, basketball, but golf is something that you can play well into your 80s and 90s. So just fell in love with the game and got an opportunity to really hone my craft, and I started to teach it. I wanted to show everybody everything I wish somebody would have showed me. And so it's why I developed Next Level Golf Instructor, is because I wanted to share it. I wanted to take young people out and say, hey, before you start to develop these bad habits, let me show you what this game is all about. So it's been fun, man. In the last 7 years, we've really taken this golf and teaching, and this golf to a whole nother level.
Now, I'm just for context purposes, I've been going through. some of the demographics and what's been going on with the game of golf. We've all known as black men, just to be completely honest, as black men, we've known
Mhm.
golf to be somewhat of an exclusion or somewhat of a separation where you can be just as good, but you can't. Don't look to try to be a
Yeah,
professional. Don't look to try to make a
right.
career out of this. This is for everybody else, not for you. But
Yeah,
just to give some context purposes, there are over 6,917 professional golfers. 92% of that are men. 92% of that are men. 8%, of course, will be women. And then we can break that down even further to black demographics, um, female, Hispanic, whatever.
hmm,
Whites take up about 66.2% of the game. Latinos 13.4, black people 9.0 in all, and then unknown is 5.6. Asian Americans 5.5, and then American Indians, Native Americans 0.03. So as you can see, there is almost a tier system, I would assume. So how
hmm,
do we break into that? I mean, I have an idea
yeah.
and I think that I'm on route for it, but what in your opinion, what would we do to break into that or to create somewhat of a different look in that?
Yeah, well, one, what you're doing now is how we do this. We expose this game, and we let our culture know that, listen, this is something that's fun, it's exciting, it's challenging, and many of our high school, I teach some high school students, and they struggle getting young men and young women to play this game because they don't think it's cool. See, everything that we see associated with sports, it's around basketball, football, even baseball. Those are the cool
Right.
sports. But this game right here really allows you to have exposure to so many different things in life. The game itself mirrors life. I mean, everything about the game, if you're good in golf, you can be good in life and vice versa. So it's all about decision making, making right decisions. It's all about a strategy and techniques, and all these things work well in golf as they do in life. But it's exposure.
Mhm.
It's making it exciting. I just participated in the NAACP HBCU tournament that took place here in Atlanta, and to see those young men and women out there competing, it's just amazing. So we need more exposure. We need our young men and women to see how far this game can take you. And that's the most important thing. It is why I started doing what I'm doing, and it's why I developed the Ball Strikers Golf Group, because I wanted to expose our culture. I wanted to create a challenge. I wanted to create a tour that we can gain exposure in this game.
Now, before we go any further to that, because you made a good point, and I want to get to that in just a second. But before we get to that point, I wanted to go over next level golf academy or next level golf instructor. This is your precious baby. This is where you take what you've learned and you teach other people. And it was something in that video that I showed everybody that I kind of even felt it while we were playing golf the other day, where
Yeah.
you know we had reached the first hole. So we did the first hole, and surprisingly, I think I was one over. I think you told me it was like, yo, this is professional level golf right here, and you made it in two swings. I think I had a two putter on the green. I ended up with about four. No, I'm sorry, five on a par four. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it was kind of cool. But what ended up happening that got my attention, well, not got my attention, but just kind of resonated with me was the fact that uh when I don't know what hole. I know I did the front nine, but I know it had been like hole 5 or 6. And you just said, hey, don't over exaggerate the club pace. Just keep it straight. When I swung, I swear to God, that ball went straight as an arrow. It landed right on the fairway, and I had the same smile that the kid kind of. You're trying to fight back the
Yeah.
smile a little bit, like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I did do that. I did do
Yeah.
that. What goes through your mind when that kind of kicks in for someone, or even a student?
Well, one of the things that and I probably said this to you when we was on the course, is that I believe golf is 90% technique,
Mm-hmm.
10% skill. So the moment you can walk out on a golf course or on a driving range and you can literally pick up a golf club and swing it, you possess the skill. What I do is I show you the techniques to hitting certain shots, how to hit certain clubs, how to play the course. I'll show you all those techniques. And so, literally, what I explained to you that day was how to, and I believe it was a 7 iron, how to swing it and the tempo. And so, you possess the skill. I mean, literally, every person possesses the skill to play golf. What they don't possess is the techniques and the consistency of executing those techniques. And so, it's really easy for me to teach the game because all I do is show you
Mm,
the techniques to the game.
mm.
Here's the one thing about techniques: it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter who do it. It just doesn't matter whether my 4-year-old student, one of the female students, or an 84-year-old student. It just doesn't matter. If you execute the techniques, you'll get the same results. And so what you got was the same results I got. You execute the technique, you hit the ball right down the middle, and that's how I teach this game because for years people, kind of showed me the wrong way, or they didn't show me the specific things that I needed to excel at the game. And so, man, I love teaching it. I love watching our young people start early. It's never too early. Like I said, my youngest student is 4 years old.
Wow.
The
Is
oldest
there
is
is there a
84.
limit? Is there a limit to where you can introduce a child to, so growing up, football has always been high on my meter. You dig what I'm saying? I was a
Hmm.
big kid growing up. Everybody always like, you should play football. And I did. But I knew
Yeah.
that there was a limit where you could teach a kid. Like 4 years old was just too early to put that heavy helmet on and shoulder pads. But
Okay.
is there a time or an age difference where you can introduce someone to golf, or should there be a
No,
limit?
no, not with golf. I mean, you'll find 1 and 2-year-old kids swinging a plastic golf club.
Wow.
Watching dad or watching mom play, and you'll see them mimicking their parents. So it's never too early as long as they can safely play this game, and it's never too early because they're just going to continue to get better and learn this game.
And develop the
And that's
skills,
the
I would
other
assume,
thing,
correct?
and develop the skills. But that's the other thing. Many other cultures get their children involved in this game at an early age,
Right, right, right.
so they get the exposure to it, and so they develop a love for this game. And so, again, for me, that's why I love to see the young people get involved in this, is because at the end of the day, the more you get involved in this, the more consistent you become at it, and the more you fall in love with the game, and it'll take you a long way. It's just so many opportunities out there for us in this game that we need to be exposing our children to, and to give them an opportunity to be a part of
Now, before we get to the ball strikers, because I know that's first of all, that's something I've been reading up on, and I'm like, yo, that's my people, that's my community. No, seriously. So I went
it.
to
Yeah.
DC a few weeks ago. Well, no, not a few weeks ago. This was a few months ago, back in July. I go to DC, and my buddy, frat brother of mine, he developed some great relationships in Maryland. I mean, he had people just saying, "Hey, you should meet me here, meet me here, meet me here." And he would just play every 5 minutes. I'm calling, "Where are you?" "Oh, I'm on hole 9." "Where are you?" "Oh, I'm on hole 7." And he's just always playing golf. And then when I met
Right.
you, you told me about the ball strikers. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's an entire community. And if you go to
Yeah.
ball strike, hold on. First of all, if you go to ballstrikers.com, ball strikers, theballstrikers.com, you will get the entire everything. You have I mean, just a sea of black men there with their golf attire on. It's a beautiful thing. Tell us something about the ball strikers really quickly, sir.
Yeah, the ball strikers started 7 years ago. Myself and about four other guys who started playing golf together, and it just grew, man. It just we started to reach out to our friends, and the ball strikers grew from about 6 or 7 guys to as many as 75 guys. This year we have 60 members that are strong, committed, dedicated, and it's not just black men. We have different cultures and different races amongst us, but I can tell you what we are is a next level organization. Everything we do is done at the next level. The competition, the organization, the communication, our involvement with the community. Golf is what we do, but it's not who we are.
Mm.
The golf is the easy part. We have some local charities that we support. We try to get involved as much as we can with anything associated with youth activities or supporting that in any way that we can. But our goal at the end of the day is to really promote this game, is to educate people on this game, and to meet great people out on the golf course. And we've done this over 7 years. Every year it has grown. There is always another level. Everything that we do, we always say there's another level. So every year we go into the year looking to raise the standard, go to that next level. and we are. We take it serious. If you see us on the course on a tournament day, you're going to see 55, 60 men all dressed the same.
Wow.
You're going to see a professional
Wow.
atmosphere. You're going to see a competitive nature. But at the end of the day, we want to add value to whatever we touch, wherever we go, and wherever we place our feet. We want to add value to it. And so, the Ball Strikers is a powerful organization that I would encourage you to, look at our Instagram page, go to our website and find out about us. But more importantly, find out who we support.
Mm.
We support an organization called Gertrude's House, which is a local breast cancer or cancer support group, and it's a passion of ours. And every year, we write her a check. And over the past 5 years, it's close to $100,000 that we donated to that
Ooh.
organization.
Round of applause for that, man.
And
100K in any situation is great. But that's awesome.
yeah,
Giving money to you guys aren't just playing golf, and you said it already.
right.
Golf is what we do, but not who we are. And I appreciate that. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm looking through really quick. You won a championship somewhere at some point because I've been looking through your Instagram page, and you said you had an opportunity. First of all, I don't think he's telling you guys how serious he plays. He's good. First, he is good. Okay, they so they showed me the list of who we were playing, who I was playing with because we had a group, and I was like, okay, a few guys here. I didn't know where I stood in that equation, but it was three of us that ended up playing. And man, when I tell you, he kept us going. Just he was saying, hey, make sure that the ball is going for. He's not telling y'all how good he is. He's not telling y'all how
Yeah.
good he is. He is impeccable.
Well, I won that tournament, the students tournament. So
Okay.
I came in came
Okay.
in first place there. But again, the reasons of creating the Ball Strikers was we wanted to create a competitive group of guys, and so we have so many opportunities for our guys to win. There's club champions. There's our signature red jacket, which is our version of the Masters,
Okay.
but we give a red jacket. So those competitions are very competitive. We have other guys in our organization who are solid and who can play some great golf and who's won those championships. And so, I wanted to create something that gave us an opportunity to compete and not just as a group of guys out playing golf, but no, we are a part of the we are an official golf group with the state of Georgia, with the GSGA.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
If you look up golf clubs in the state of Georgia, you're going to find the Ball Strikers. You're going to see our list of club champions. You're going to see our red jacket winners. You're going to see our tournament of champion winners. So we have an entire list every year of our members who won these titles. And so it's one thing to say you won, but it's another to see it in black and white. So every year the magazine comes out, the Ball Strikers and all of their champions are listed in the Georgia State Golf Association magazine. So we're serious about it. We have a board of directors, we
Wow.
have tournament committees, we
Wow.
have everything associated with how to run a golf club. And every year just goes to the next level.
Make sure that you guys follow at the Ball Strikers. The Ball Strikers. TheBallStrikers. All one word. Follow Ball Strikers. I mean, they have an incredible. They have a lot of good views. I've been looking through, like while you've been talking to me, I've been looking through a lot of the videos, the pictures that they have an incredible gallery, and I ain't gonna lie, some of the views that you guys are looking at, golf course gives some of the best views. I have to say, hands
Yeah, let me
down.
let me let me talk about that because see, what a lot of people don't realize is there are certain things on a golf course. There are certain views that you can only see
Mm,
if you're on the golf course.
absolutely.
Many times when people start this game and they'll get out there and they say, "I had no idea
Yeah.
that this is what it looks like."
Yes.
I mean, it is peaceful, it's therapeutic. It's why we play this game. We have a lot of men that's playing this game, and I'll share with you about how many women are getting involved with this. But for men, it is therapeutic.
Mm.
And I have to say this: if you're married to a man who plays golf, you know someone, your father, whoever this plays golf, uh, find time to encourage them to do
Mm.
that. It's you just don't understand what it's like to have that 4 hours, 4.5 hours to be out on the course. It's therapeutic for them, especially if they're playing with whoever, if they're playing with other guys. So encourage them. Don't be the person that says you're going to play golf again or you played
You're
twice this week.
always
No,
there.
literally encourage them because I promise you, they will come back a better man.
So how many
I can
women would
promise
you
you.
say are starting to, so my wife has mentioned to me that she's, so all right, let me get some backstory real quick. We took a trip to Mexico. One of our friends couldn't join us on the golf course. He planned for him to come. We had already set up 3 people to go. Unfortunately, he was not able
Yeah,
to. So we plugged her in. She said, "Well, I don't have any clubs." Well, they have clubs there. And she joined and she did it and she loved it. So much
yeah.
so she had mistakenly bought, I think it was 18 holes at Chateau Elan. That is tough for
Mhm,
me.
mhm,
And
mhm.
I dragged through that, but she found interest in it and she found, she seemed like it was interested. How many women are actually taking up the game of golf? How many women
Yeah.
would you say in your experience are taking up the game of golf?
So I can kind of give you some numbers from my perspective. One, if you go to the Instagram Next Level Golf Instructor, you're gonna see several ladies. I always highlight any of the ladies that I teach, but you're also going to see several clinics. So I've done 3 golf clinics within the last year, and upwards of anywhere from 15 to 20 women that are out there learning this game. So out of the last 80 students that I've taught, I would say 44, 45 or have been women
Wow.
because they're learning this game.
Wow.
They're learning this game. They're excited about it, and they're understanding it is something that they can do.
It doesn't
Golf
require
is
a
not
lot.
based
You're
on
right.
how strong.
You're right. It doesn't
Yeah,
require a lot.
it does not matter. It's not based on how strong you are. It's all about technique. That's why the ladies on the LPGA can hit the ball just as far as the guys,
Awesome.
because it's not about how strong you are. It's about techniques. And so, ladies are learning this game. They're excited about it. They also, it's a great social network, and the atmosphere is just so different. And once they see the course and experience the layout of many of these courses, it just blows them away. So it's a fast growing sport
Awesome.
for ladies. So
Now,
I would
before we
encourage I would
leave,
encourage any ladies to get involved in
for sure. Now, before we leave, I do got to ask you because I picked the game up about 12 years ago. I picked it up from a frat brother of mine. He just took me to a golf course. He said, just swing away. He just said, figure it out. Right. And so I did.
it.
And eventually, through watching, looking, and paying attention to those that seemed to know what they were doing,
Right.
I like to think that I developed somewhat of a skill, right? Like you said, you always have the skill, you just got to develop it. So I
Mhm,
bought this, right?
mhm.
It's a golf ball. It's foam. I'll bring it a little bit closer so y'all can see. Got the holes and everything. So I
Yep.
bought this, and someone in golf said that this is a mistake because if I take, I take this in the backyard, I swing my 7 irons, my pitching wedges, just to get some practice. But they say you shouldn't practice if you don't have a professional person teaching you. Help me
Yeah.
understand something. Did I make a mistake by getting this, or is this a good step in the right direction?
No, there's no mistake in getting that. The message was, I would definitely say if you're going to start this game, to
Mm-hmm.
take lessons because one, it's going to help you enjoy the game. That's
Mm-hmm.
the first thing. If you're looking to play this game, don't just get out there and like many of us done for years and
Right,
just try
right,
to
right.
figure it out yourself
Yeah.
because you develop a lot of bad habits. So,
Right.
1, 2, 3 lessons will help you start your golf game. Listen,
Mm.
that foam ball, I can tell you from experience that probably about 2.5 years ago, I had a complete hip replacement.
Oh
And
wow.
so, and so for about 4 months, it kind of shut me down from the game of golf. But as I made my transition back into golf, there was limitations to what I could do. Man, I probably have 100 of those foam balls you have
Oh
there
wow.
because I could literally sit in my backyard and just slowly start to hit balls without damaging anything, because the
Mm.
idea about hitting that foam ball is really about making the contact, developing the contact, striking the ball, great ball striking. And it doesn't have to fly 100 yards for you to identify that.
No, it doesn't.
You know when you hit it well, right? There's a specific feel and sound
It's
to
a
it.
feel. Yeah,
So,
it's a feel and a
yep.
sound. You're absolutely right.
So to answer your question is no. No, if you got an area at home that you can even hit those balls against a wall, I used to hit those balls up against the backside of my house. because it wasn't going to damage anything, and it just literally came right back to me. So, no, man, any practice you can get on hitting balls, that's the same size as a golf ball. It just doesn't cause as much damage. And if you can hit that ball when you get out there to hit a real ball, you're gonna get the same type of results.
Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what time it is. It is me, he is I, and I am him. I am he that they call the alpha male. Of course, we have my friend Deron Owens. He's taught me a lot in the few moments that we've had together. 9 holes
Yes,
exactly in this interview. He's taught me more about the game of golf than I have learned in almost 10 years. So I have to give a major shout out to you. I tip my cap to you, sir. And one of these days, sooner than later, we should get on the course again and try it out.
absolutely. Yes,
We
sir.
should definitely
Absolutely.
get back on the course and try it out, play a round or two, see how we feel about it. But I appreciate it more than anything because this is great. I got a couple buddies I want to plug you into because I know they've been starting to get into the game of golf, and I know that you will be a valuable resource for everybody who looks to get into the game of golf. So thank you, my good friend.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. Great talking to you. And let's get out there on the course and continue this process.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you already know what time it is. It is me. He is I, and I am him. I am he that they call the alpha male. Check y'all later. Peace.
There you go.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good, good, man. Appreciate it, brother.